This morning, thank you for making them know where death is. Death could be anywhere. Death don't have a name, death don't have a number. It's just like they say, when a bullet comes, you don't know where that bullet goes. Bullet don't have a name or a number, it just goes. And so I just thank God for being here on this morning. Then we talk about where is your love?
Yes.
Where is your love? You know, some people use this word like it just out there. No, they really don't mean it. See, it's easy to say I love you.
Yes.
But do you really truly love me? Do you really truly love God? Do you really truly love that person? Do you really truly care for that person?
Yes.
That person knows if you love them or not. But one thing I learned about love, love don't supposed to hurt.
Yes.
Love don't hurt.
No.
Now, if love somebody hurting you, they don't love you. Because love don't hurt. You know, people, like some people in a abusive relationship or if somebody doing something, we sit back and say, why do this person love this person? Why? Because that's why the Bible says, guard your heart. It's something about your heart. Once it get in your heart, it's in your heart. And plus, especially when it start growing, it'll get in your heart and it take root and it grows. And it's hard to get it out your heart. I tell my baby, my daughters all the time, guard your heart.
Guard your heart.
You don't let anything or anybody in your heart.
That's right.
Because once that person get in your heart, it's going to be hard to get that person out your heart.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you got to take care of your heart. Because once something get in there, it's hard to get out. It's going to take God Almighty to get it out your heart. It's just like some of these trees. That root, the grow so far down in the ground, it's hard to pull that tree up. I don't care what kind of wind come through. What kind of storm come through. You got some roots down there that is real strong and hard to get up. So you got to be careful with your heart. And we need to learn how to love each other. Our love don't wax cold towards each other. We don't love each other like we used to love. We don't care about each other like we used to care about each other. But when one person hurt, we should all hurt. We're supposed to be saints of God. We're supposed to be people of God. We're supposed to be saved. So if one of our sister or one of our brother is hurting, we all supposed to hurt. And we all supposed to reach out and see what's going on with that person. How can I help you, sister? What can I do for you, sister? We all. Because one thing about it, two things. Even though it's just that teeth hurt, your whole body gonna feel it. It ain't just gonna be your teeth. It's like your head start hurting, your stomach start hurting, your hand. I mean, everything in your body hurt. And the pain just be in one spot. But the whole body feels that pain. And that's what it's supposed to be with us as people of God. You know, I love to use Pastor Bracken as an example. Because one thing I can say about Pastor Bracken, when you walked in her church, you felt that love from her and her people. You felt that love. I ain't care. You know you will love once you get into that. And that's what it's supposed to be in the house of God. When a person walks in true tip of ministry, they're supposed to know the love is him. They're supposed to feel that love. Because you know love draw people. It'll draw them. Because they're supposed to feel the love here. But if it's a bunch of mess and the chaos in, these people ain't going to want to stay. They better well stay on out there where the mess and chaos is. So why they going to come into mess and chaos? They're going to say, I better well stay out here. So where is your love? We're going to talk about it in Luke 15, chapter 11. And it's saying here, we're going to talk about this man. He had two sons. One son left home. Didn't want to stay at home. We had another son stayed at home with his dad. So here it is. A certain man, and he said a certain man had two sons. And the young of them said to his father, Father, give me the portion of good that fell to me, and divided unto them his living. Now his dad still was living. Now he wanted his inheritance. One time I looked at TV, And I think on Mark Corbin's show. And they had these peoples on them. Now, the parents were still alive. The children was on there arguing and fussing over the inheritance. The parents weren't even dead yet. I don't think they were worried about their inheritance. They were worried about what mom and daddy left me. So to me, their inheritance more important than their parents. See, they wanted that inheritance before mom and daddy had left. Yes. And to me, in a sense, it still wasn't that inheritance. Mom and daddy is gone. Yes. So here it is, this young man, he wanted his inheritance. He didn't want to stay home no more. You know, it's just like some of us as we young, when we grew up, once we hit that stuff from around that 17, 18 age, here we are, we think we grown, we think we know everything, mom and daddy can't tell us nothing, we're ready to move out of mom and dad's house, but we really don't know what responsibility is until you get your own spot. And so this young man wanted to leave home. He wanted his inheritance. He wanted what would do him. And so he said, and many days after your young son gathered all together and took his journey to a far country, and there wasted himself with righteous living. He went out there and had himself a good time. We went out there partying like we do because we think we ain't got no responsibility. Here we are, we don't even know what's out there. Death out there waiting on us, and we ready to go party. We ready to go have a good time. And you'll know who really is your friend, and you'll know who really is on your side. You'll know who really loves you. You know, you got some people love you. Oh, they love you as long as you have what they want. Yeah. But the minute you start going through, you'll find them easy and they gone. Yeah. And you be sitting back there, they were with me when I had the stuff. They let you know some people, everybody's not your friend. Oh, yeah. I tell my baby that when she was young. She loved to holler. Now my grandbaby do the same thing. That's my friend, that's my friend. Baby, everybody's not your friend. Just because they say they're your friends, don't mean they're your friends. Because one thing about true friends, and you do have true friends and real friends out there that really love you, they're going to be there through with the good, they're going to be there with you with the bad, whether you have or have not. Yeah. They're going to be there with you. Yeah. See, everybody's not your friend. So don't be so quick to use this friend word. See, and we all want to use the word friend. Baby, you is not my friend. That's your associate. That's your co-worker. That is not your friend. And so he was having himself a good time. And he just spent all that he had. Because he out there doing his thing. That's why, baby, let me tell you, if I had a mind that I have now when I was y'all age and when I was in my 20s, ain't no telling where I be at now. While you're young, baby, you got that job, start saving up your money. Yes. Think about it in the sense of where you want to own something, buy your own house while you're young. Don't wait till you get old and then you want to buy a house. Do it while you're young. I tell my baby all the time, save your money, quit spending up your money so fast. Save, open your account. Because you never know what's going to happen in the long run. Yeah. See, I would say if I had that mind, I ain't no telling where I be. Because I done had 20 since I came now, look. Because you never know where you'll be in. And see, and he wasn't thinking about saving this money. He wasn't thinking about doing right. All he thinking about wanting to have a real good time. Like baby, my wife said, have a real good time. Is that all right with you? See, I want to have a real good. I ain't thinking about what the future holds. We didn't want to have us a real good time. And sometimes that's the way we is with God. We want to have a real good time, but then when we go going through, then we want to come back to God. See, God said, I have someone against you. Yes. And what he have against you, you left your first love. Yes. Oh, God. So I have a problem with you. See, one thing about God, he don't have a problem telling you what he have against you. Okay. See, some of us, we have something against each other, but we ain't going to tell that person. We're going to tell everybody but the person that you have against. Okay. If I love Yana, and I have a problem with Yana, the love that I have for Yana going to tell you, you need to go talk to Yana.
That's right.
The love ain't gonna tell me to go talk to Deacon over here.
Yeah.
The love gonna say, you didn't go talk to Yana because you had that problem with Yana.
That's right.
And Yana might not know that you have a problem with her. She think everything out good and that, but you is holding something in your heart against her, but you want to go talk about everybody else to the person that you have a problem with.
Yeah.
And that's what we do here. It's sad, but it's in the saints of God. So people are going to have a problem with one another, but they don't want to go to another. We'll shout around one another. We'll pray around one another. We'll praise God around one another. But we won't tell one another the problem that we have against them. We should tell. If you got a problem, let me know what the problem is. It might be a misunderstanding. It might be a little nothing. But if I don't know and you don't tell, I don't know we have a problem. And the problem with this young man was, he was a statement about himself. He was being, I would describe him as being selfish because he wanted what belongs to us. We have too many selfish saints. Yeah. It's our I. Yeah. It's not no, as they say, it ain't no I in God. Oh, yeah. It's I. So he said, and when he had spent all that, arose a mighty famine in the land, and he began to be in want. Now he in need. What happened to all the friends? You know, I didn't say he had no friend, but I'm just going through my own mind. What about all the friends that he had? Now you in need. Now you in want. Now you don't have anything. See, when you were serving God and you were living for God, God always was with you. One thing when you serve God, you ain't gonna never be in want. You ain't gonna never be in need. Why? Because God got your back. God loves you. And God takes care of his children. He don't leave his children out there stranded. Oh yeah, he gonna take care of you. See, now he in need. And then as you go on down the read, saying he had to join himself to a citizen of that country, and he sent him into his field to feed swine. And he would have fed his belly with the husk that the swine did eat, and no man gave up to him. Even the food, like I used to say, his big gut eating up his little gut. He was hungry. He was in need. Wasn't nobody out there to help him. Where is the love? Where is his friends or the people that probably with him that's supposed to love him? He left the person that loved him.
Come on here.
He left the person that cared about him.
Come on here.
He left that person that do anything for him.
Oh, yeah.
He left that person. And that's what we do to God. God ain't gonna turn his back on us, but we turn our back on him. We leave the one that loves us. We'll leave the one that cares about us. We'll leave the one that help us. Oh, we'll leave that until we get in need. Until we get in want. And then we want to come back home.
Work with that.
You know, as children, sometimes our kids say we in their business. Baby, you don't have no business. Mom was trying to tell you something, or dad trying to tell you something, so you won't get caught up something that you can't get out of. They love is something about the love of your parents. Now, you got some parents out there don't care what you do. But if you have a parent, if you have a mother, if you have a father that really loves you, that really cares for you, they gonna make sure you ain't gonna get in something you cannot get in, get out of. Because sometimes you might get in something that mama can't help you, daddy can't help you, can't nobody help you but God. You gonna get caught up in something. I tell my baby all the time, Byrd, I can tell you think somebody want to get me and your daddy trying to tell you something, because we know we done been through what you doing. We know what's out there. You know, they got these little boys running around here, oh baby, I love you. Baby, you look good. Baby, you fine. Baby, you sexy. Oh no, baby. They just want one thing. And once they get that, they go on by their business. Don't let no man or no boy get into your heart. Baby, you guard your heart like you ain't never guard You got to guard it.
Oh, yeah.
And so here it is, that swine and that food that the swine was eating looked good to him. He didn't have anything no more because he left the safety of his home.
Oh,
We don't need the safety of the arm and the love of God. And when we leave out that safety net, oh, we in for a downfall. Because you left out that safety net. It's just like if you out there fishing and you throw a net out there, you gonna make sure there's no big old holes in that net.
Yeah.
Why? Because you know if you got holes in that net, ain't no fish is gonna be able to get the fish will get in the net, but they gonna get right back out that net. Because you ain't got nothing to keep the fishes in the net. So you got to make sure everything is taken care of. You got to make sure them little worms or whatever they use to go fish is on there right. And you got to make, now sometimes you throw that rod out there, you might get some little weeds. And have to reel them weeds and take them out until you get what you want.
Yes, you fish.
See, you fish. And so here, that's why when you leave out the arm and the love of God,
Yeah.
oh, you going for a downfall.
Oh, yeah.
It's like everything around you start messing up.
Yes.
Everything you see trouble on this hand, trouble on that hand, trouble behind. Why? Because you done lost the focus of God. You took your focus off of God.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes we be like Peter. When God took it all out. But when Peter started seeing all these waves and everything, he started getting scared. And then he started falling. He started seeking. Why? Because he seen the trouble around him. He took his eyes off of God. He took his eyes off of Jesus. Keep our focus on Jesus. And so he done left his safety net. Because he thought he probably could do it on his own. And he found out, no, I couldn't do this on my own. And so here it is. And when he came to himself, he said, how many hired servants of my father have bread enough to spare, and I perish with hunger? To me, now sometimes when we mess up, we start trying to feel sorry for ourselves. And he started thinking about his servants, his father's servants, how they have enough bread, even to spare to eat. They had enough bread to even feed him with. And that let me know him that his father was a good man. Oh, yeah. His father even took care of the servants.
Yes.
The ones that wait on him hands and foot. His dad even took care of them. Because they had enough bread to spare. So that let me know that his father took care of his servants. The father take care of his people. You ain't got to be no relative to me for me to take care of you.
Thank you, Jesus.
You ain't got to be in my bloodline for me to look out for you.
Oh, yeah.
To make sure you is okay. Because sometimes people out there in the world take care of you better than your own. Some folks will look out for you more than your bloodline.
Yes.
So, it doesn't matter who you are. I'm going to take care of you.
Oh, yes.
God so loved the world.
Come on here.
He loved the world.
Yes.
So if you was in there, if you in the world, he loved you.
Yes.
He loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. Why? Because he loved the world. He didn't matter who you was, where you came from, what's your religion, what's your race, what's your creed, if you're a male or female, boy or girl, child or old, young or old. If you're in the world, he gave his son for you. He didn't say I'm just going to give it to Israel. He gave it for everybody.
Everybody.
But it's up to you to accept what he gave you.
Yes.
So he gave his son. He loved us so much that he gave his only begotten son. I love each and every one of you in here. But I'm not going to give my child up for you. And I'm not going to give my grandbaby up for you. I love you. But I'm not going to give them up for you. I'm just being honest. I don't think nobody in here give their child up for you.
No, we won't.
Nobody.
Even if they ain't no good.
You ain't gonna give it up. So he gave up the precious thing, and the greatest thing that he had was his son.
Oh, yeah.
And he gave it for us. And so he started to think. And he started thinking how he going hungry. And how he going to rise and go into his father's house. And how what he going to say to his father. How he had sinned against heaven and against him.
Yeah.
So he began to tell this story. You ain't got to sit there and tell no story and think of something to tell God. God already knows what's in your mind. God already knows what's in your heart. All you got to do is come back with true repentance.
True repentance.
That's all you have to do. Come back. Repent.
Yeah.
True repentance. That means you ain't going to do this no more. He even said, do the first work over. He said, because I got so much against you. I got a problem with you because you left the first love. You remember how when you first in love, you loved that person.
Okay.
From the head to the top of their head to the bottom of their feet.
Yeah.
No matter what, you love that person.
Yeah.
Because nobody tell you nothing about that person. Because the love that you had for them.
Okay.
You go to bed thinking about it. You wake up thinking about it.
Yeah.
You buy them something, you thinking about it. You want that person with you 24/7.
Yeah.
Why? Because you love them just that much.
Yeah.
No matter what, you people look back, and no matter what that person did to you, you still love that person.
Yeah.
And people sitting back and looking at you, talking about, oh, he ain't no good and she ain't no good. I don't understand. How they understand? Because the love that they had for that person.
Yes.
That's why I love to look at Tyler Perry plays. Because if you really look at his shows and pay attention, he has something in each one of his plays. You get a message out of each one of his plays that he gives.
Amen.
So they got one, a diary of a mad black woman, this play. I don't know if you ever seen this. And so they got this man and this woman together. And so she went and brought her husband a watch for his anniversary. And her friends, supposed to be friends, had went and got it for her. Okay. And so he didn't want his wife no more. He was messing with the friend. And she loved this man. She really, truly loved him. And so he came home, she tried to be so happy and stuff, and giving him his watch and all that. He didn't want her. He told her he didn't want her no more. So then he told her, she said, well, what I did, what can I do for you? He said, bark like a dog. She literally got on her knees and literally started barking like a dog.
Okay.
Why? Because she loved him. And she would have did anything for this man. If this man wanted her to bark like a dog, she was going to bark like a dog because the love that she had for her husband. And we could sit back and say, she just dumb as all I know, because there ain't nowhere in the world I'm going to bark like a dog for no man. But the love that we couldn't understand that she had for this man.
Okay.
And she barked like a dog for him. And then he turned around and told her, he said, well, can I talk? He said, yeah, you got 5 seconds to talk to me. He treated her so bad, but the love that she had for him. And see, sometimes that's why we're in a relationship. We're supposed to love our husband, our wife.
Okay.
But some of us don't love each other like we should love each other. See, we think the grass is greener on the other side. But it's just as dead as all I know. And see, sometimes in your relationship, in your marriage, all you got to do is water that is dead.
Come on here.
See, whatever it takes to keep that going. All you got to do is water it. If you need a conversation with it, water it with that conversation. Whatever that person needs, because see, husband to treat me this way. Or I want my wife to treat me this way. But we don't understand what's going on really in that home.
Yeah.
That could be a facade. That could be fake. Because you know it's easy to pretend that you're so in love with one another when you're out there in public.
Yeah.
But when you get home, it's a whole different situation. So no, I don't want to be like Paul and Sandra. I want to be like them. I want to be like me, Carrie, and Arthur.
Come on here.
I should not try to do what they do at home and then bring it into my home. Because why? That is not going to work.
Yeah.
See, and whatever it takes for me to get my marriage on track, that's what I need to do.
That's it.
If I need to water me that grass, I need to put a little more water on it. It's just like some flowers. Yes, I'm dead on them. All of us not alive.
Yeah.
Jesus, I got somewhat against you.
Yeah.
See, all you got to do is repent and do the first work over.
Yes.
See, because everything in you is not dead.
Oh, yeah.
Everything that you was doing at first is not dead. All you got to do is do it over again.
Yes.
All you got to do is do a little watering again. All you got to do what it takes. Whatever it took you to get him, it's going to take you to keep him.
Yeah.
Amen. Yeah.
It's going to take you to start doing other stuff. I tell everybody, where is your love? When you're in a relationship, you don't go talk about your relationship to every and anybody. When you're married, when people come in and talk about, I don't tell them to leave their husband. That's going to be up to them if they want to leave their husband. No, they will never say, Carrie, say, leave your husband. I help you. Let I talk to you.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say, leave your husband.
Oh, yeah.
That's the choice that you're going to have to make.
Yeah.
One thing about me and my marriage, can nobody ever say I came in and talked about my husband to them.
Amen.
I ain't said my marriage ain't perfect. We had our ups, we had our downs. But one thing I did not do, I did not go to mama, I did not go to dad, I did not go to my sister, I did not go to my brother. I didn't even come to pastor.
That's right. You didn't even come to me.
And tell them anything about my marriage. But see, when you get into a situation, I don't know why I'm going this way, but when you go into a situation,
Go ahead.
when you go into a situation and you start telling people about that person that you with, and you start putting that person down,
Come on here.
and then you and that person get back together, and then you already, the spirit is name, you already talk about
Come
it.
on here.
And so now your family or your friends gonna look at this person different. When once upon a time they loved this person. One time they liked this person. But you came along and started running your mouth. That's why some of us need to be studied to be quiet. We need to learn how to close this up. Sometimes. Close up, and you're gonna tell somebody, tell God.
Oh, yeah.
Because one thing about God, he ain't gonna change, he ain't gonna look at that person different. And so we get to running our mouth. And now they don't like this person. Now it's a big old mess. And now you wonder why they don't like him or her no more.
Uh-huh.
You the problem.
Yes.
You started the mess.
Started.
You started that situation because you started running this.
Yeah.
Close your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Don't start talking about your relationship to people. Pray. Seek God for help. Seek God for guidance.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying don't go to some people you can go to and talk to them about your relationship, and they ain't going to tell nobody, and they ain't going to say anything. And they really, truly cares about both of y'all.
That's right.
They ain't going to take no sides on anything because they care about both of y'all.
That's right.
Now, you got some people that don't care about you no way, and they want him to say something, or want her to say something bad about you. They don't care about it for you anyway. And they be glad, boy, if you ought to leave him. Leave him. Leave him. And some of my friends tell us to leave them so they can get up.
Come on here.
You got to be careful who you, and you got to be careful who you bring in your household.
Yeah.
You don't bring anybody in your house.
Yes.
Friends, you don't bring them there around your husband.
Come on here.
You don't do it. And that's where a lot of us mess up at. Because we bring anybody around our relationship. And then we find out the people that you brought around them is the ones that doing what they doing. So you got to be careful. We got to learn, just a minute, we learn how to love one another. How we learn how to take care of one another. Jesus said, the only way people know that you are my disciple is the love that we share towards one another. That's the only way. And if we don't share that love towards one, how we going to bring the people in if we don't have love for one another?
Oh, yeah.
Ain't no way you can bring somebody in here and then hit a lot of chaos because we don't have love for one another.
Help us.
See, we got to be careful on what we do. And so he is. And then he said, I have no more word to be called thy son. And make me as one of thy highest servants. And he arose and came to his father. And when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion and ran and fell on his neck and kissed him. The father didn't even think about what he did. That wasn't even in his mind how he left home, how he wanted his inheritance. None of that. We got some people that left the church and went and did what they had to do. Now they want to come back. And then we got people in the church sitting there looking like, what they doing up here? They need to be sitting down. Look at the little mess now. Look at them. Why pastor got them up here? Instead of you running and grabbing that person, showing that person love.
Oh, yeah.
Who are you? You done messed up. You weren't saved all your life. You didn't come into this world saved. You did something that you had no business doing, and people showed you love. So we don't know how to show each other love like we should. All we want to do is sit there and put it in. We ain't got no business putting each other down. Throwing stuff in each other's face. Yeah, that person done messed up. So what? We still should show them love. And the son said unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and in thy sight. I have no more word to be called thy son. But the father said to his servant, bring forth the best robe and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand, and shoes on his feet. And bring hither the fatted calf, and kill it, and let us eat and be merry. For this my son was dead, and is alive again, and he was lost, and he is found. And they began to be merry. Why? Because that father was happy. Jesus said, he going to leave the 99. See, he going to make sure the 99 is taken care of. Because he knows one of them out there that got lost.
Oh, yeah.
So he going to make sure this 99 safe. He made sure that 99 safe, and went out there and got the one that was lost.
Oh, yeah.
And brought that one back into the fold. Yeah, Jesus said, God always married to the backslider. So he know you going to mess up. So he went out there and he got that 99. And that's what we should go get that one that is lost and bring it back to the fold. So, because we got to be complete. It got to be 100. See, 99 it ain't going to do. So you got to put 100 in that fold. And once that 100 got in that fold, everything was good. Because he brought that was lost. Yeah, some of the cattle going to get out. Some of your sheep, you know, if you work on the farm and stuff, got these horses, some of your horses get out. And what you going to do? One of your horses get out. You just going to sit at home and hope that he come back home? What you going to do? You going to go out there and find that horse. Some people, dogs get lost. You know, people love their dogs. They go look, put signs out, posters out. I'll pay you so much money for this. If anybody seen this puppy. People pay thousands and thousands of dollars. That's why. Because the love that they have for that dog. And that's the kind of love we should have for one another. Now, we shouldn't be like the second son. See, the second son sitting back there, and that ain't love. He wasn't glad that his brother was home. He didn't care if his brother came home or not. He wondered why, like some of do. Why is the daddy doing all this for him and he done messed up?
Okay.
Why is you doing all this for him and he done messed up? Why are you giving him the fattest calf? Why are you putting a ring on his finger? Him give you the characteristic of love. See, and if we don't have these characteristics of love, something wrong. See, because we should have this. We say we is of God. First Corinthians 13. We say we is of God. We born of God. So where's your character? This is love. And some I love look like a thinking of symbol, make a lot of noise, but don't mean nothing. Some of us think that because we can prophesize, we good. Some of us think we good because we done fed the poor. Oh, we try to make ourselves feel good. I don't think you make yourself feel good. Some people do stuff so they can be seen. Yeah. So here they restore the poor. If you don't have love, it profits you nothing. You prophesy, you speak in tongues. If you don't have love, it profits you nothing. It's just a waste of time. This is love. Charity suffer long. In other words, love is patient. Yes. Love is kind. Love is not going to hurt you. Love will take care of you. If you're going through something, love will have another person to stand there with you. If they got to stay there with you all day, they going to stay there with you all day. Yeah. That's love. Love is not envy. Ain't no jealousy in love. Something wrong. I shouldn't be jealous of Sister Ayana over here. I should be glad that God is using her. I shouldn't be jealous. There's so much jealousy in the church over positions, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense at all. Folks want to take over. I think I'm going to do better than them. I remember a long time ago when I used to teach Sunday school. Then all that time I had some gave me so much trouble teaching Sunday. I just went to Pastor one day and I told Pastor, I said, Pastor, listen, man. I'm not going to sit there and argue with you over a position in the church. Yeah. Is it for me? It's for me.
That's right.
Why I'm arguing with you over? If you want it, baby, you can have it. I'm not that type of person to argue with you over. Here, you can have it. Because it's for me, it's for me.
That's right.
Why I'm going to get up there and act a fool with you over position in the church? Yeah. Glad to teach Sunday school. Okay, go on. Got it? Didn't do it. Didn't teach it. Some people like to keep a mess. And them type of people you need to get out your life. Okay. You know, you can love a person. If you want every time you come around this confusion, come on here. Go on, I can love you. I still can love you. I ain't got nothing against you, but I'm not fit to have you come in my circle. And every time you come around, all you're going to do is keep up a fuss. Oh, yeah. You stay in your end, I'm going to stay on mine. It's like when you sit there and your child and their friend have a fight. You don't get out there and clown with them. What you tell your child? Until y'all learn how to play right together. You stay in your yard and you stay in your yard until y'all get enough sense to play right together. That's what it's supposed to be. So I'm not going to argue with you over a position in the church. You can have it. I'm not jealous. You can have it. It don't even fashion in itself. It don't think they better than the next person. It's not puffed up. It do not behave itself unseemly. Seek not own. It's not easy to provoke. Think no, it ain't even easy to get mad. It ain't thinking evil about you. It ain't wishing nothing bad on you. That is love. Yes. He also say in John 13, 34 and 5, say, a new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you. Yes. That ye also love one another. By this all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one for another. Yes. Let's love one another. Yes. Another verse say, love your enemy. Yes. We're supposed to love them, don't talk about it. Oh, yeah. Love them up. Then it's the one that use you, despite the use you got to pray for them. They'll get there, but you still do good to them. Love will draw anybody. And then you keep loving on that person, still get good. After a while, that person gonna start looking like, what's going on here? No matter what I do to her, no matter how I talk to her, she still show me love. Why? Because that's the God that is in you. Oh, yeah. Ain't gonna let you do wrong. Yes. She still show me love, no matter how much I talk about, how much I give her a hard time. And don't you let it turn that around? And once it turn around, you ain't gonna have no problem with that person no more. Then they gonna want to know, girl, what is wrong with you no matter what I do to you? You still treat me good. Girl, you still treat me right. How can you do this? And then you begin to tell them how you can able to do that. Yes. So we got to show love towards one another. No matter what our situation is, what that person's situation, love on them. Sometimes that's all people need to hear, I love you.
Yes.
And that'll make their day.
Oh, yes.
You know, we look at these folks out here in this world, like, if they touch it, like something gonna get on us. We don't want to be bothered with something. Show them love, ain't no telling. Sometimes that person may have a hard day that day. And by you saying, I love you, or you saying, Jesus love you, oh, they probably work their day up all day. Yeah. Don't do all they had to build. If you don't want nobody to mistreat you, don't you mistreat them. Do them the same way you want to be treated. Where is your love? Oh, yeah. We don't have that love. That love needs to. If we had the love that we used to have, I remember when I was growing up. And everybody in that neighborhood loved one another. They looked out for your children. You ain't even have to have you gone, they looking out for them. Because they love and they care back then. And you know them people, the old folks care back then. I've been looking at all these politics and all this stuff going on in this world today. It just don't make no sense. Everybody, some people hating on the president, some people hating on the new president. All they doing is fighting against one another. But you know what they need to do? Come together. And they speak the same language. But they just don't know how to come together. They so divided. Republican versus Democrat. It shouldn't be. All they do need to come together. They all say the same. It's just like some people teach in a different setting. They say the same thing. I may say, Jesus saved. You may say, God saved. God and Jesus is one. If we say the same thing, they both saved. They won. We need to be like these people. When they were trying to find their way to get up there, they had the same mind to get up there. We so busy to fight, baptized in Jesus' name, baptized in Jesus and the Holy Ghost. It's all the same thing, baby. People, it's all the same thing. But we want to fight in and peace and fight over it. Why are you fighting on the word of God? Why? It's the same thing. It's love. Jesus is love. Jesus said, how can you say you love me and don't love the one that you see every day? You can't. You can't say you love him and don't love me. Because he's love. He showed you he is love. Why? Because he's his son. So he loves. So you cannot say you hate me or you don't like me, but you love Jesus. It's just like all the water and vinegar. Well, water and oil, they don't mix. It ain't gonna mix up. Okay, I want you to sit there, stir. It's not gonna come together. So by you saying you hate me and love God, it's not coming together. You keep saying it all day and night, they come together. Until you say you love me and you love God, it's gonna come together. It's just like light, night and dark. They can't comprehend each other. One of them got to go. I hear like Pastor and Sister John Tano connect. Stay connected. You got to stay connected. And the only way you can stay connected, you love God and love the people that you're supposed to love, you got to stay connected to God. Once you be disconnected, everything, the love is gone. Patience is gone. All that is gone because you ain't connected no more. But once you get back connected, that love gonna become back connected. It's like once you turn the lights off, is dark. Once it come on, dark disappear. It ain't together. It can't be together. One got to go. And hate needs to leave.
Yes. Yes.
We need to learn how to love one another. We just don't love like we used to. I just don't understand. We don't care about each other no more like we used to. When you hear somebody in trouble, you used to break your neck trying to get to their house and make sure that person is all right. That's one thing I love, Pastor. I love you.
Bless you.
Because one thing I love about Pastor, you call Pastor 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. If you need Pastor, Pastor gonna get up. He ain't gonna think about he was in no good deep sleep. He gonna get up and he gonna make sure you okay. That's the kind of person he is. I always know he be like, no matter what you need or what situation you in, he will be there for you. And that's the way the saints of God are supposed to be with one another.
Amen.
And if we like that with one another, we could conquer the world. Just imagine all the saints get together. All the people, saints of God, people of God get together. No matter if you're Baptist, Pentecostal, Catholic, no matter what, if you is a child of God and you say saved, and you say saved, all of us come together, oh man. That devil couldn't do nothing. He might well just go on and hide himself and don't never come back out. We can send him on a flight to no man's land where he can't even come back if we all come together.
Right.
But we just don't know how to come together with each other.
Yes.
Because we too busy want to fight about dumb stuff, do dumb stuff, and then hate begin to build up in your heart. Don't let hate take root in your heart. Don't let it take root. Don't let that hate grow in your heart. I remember one time, somebody in my family always was doing something. And what I just had to start praying, I said, Lord, don't let me have nothing in my heart against this person. It seemed like something was coming in my heart against that person. Because every time you turn around, that person was doing something. And they were just doing it. I said, oh, it got where I didn't want to be around this person. I didn't want to have no deal or do nothing with this person. I just prayed, Lord, don't let nothing come into my heart for this person. Because it was getting in there. And I didn't want no hatred. I didn't want nothing in my heart against this person. And so I had to pray hard for not to come into my heart. Because every time you turn around, this person was doing something. And Lord, I thank God they didn't get that far. Because while I prayed and I seek God, and God, Lord, I want this in my heart. Don't let it take root in my heart. Because I knew if it did and it grow, I'm going to be in trouble.
Oh, yes.
So we just need to love like we should love.
Yes.
Where is your love?
Yes.